next step is going to be to fill this hole in with Bondo. Making sure that it's nice and dry and clean as well. I have a Bondo knife and it's missing, so we're going to improvise and just use this. That's right, it's a piece of cardboard. How ghetto, right? Not exactly thrilled about my Bondo knife disappearing. You're going to need something to mix this up in. I am going to basically just mix it right here on my little handy dandy plastic piece. Okay? You're going to need two different things. First, you're going to need some Bondo. There. And you're also going to need hardener. So we're just going to kind of scoop this up. We're just going to dump it right there. I'm also going to take some here. So we're going to take a little bit of hardener. We're going to put it on top there. We'll worry about a hardener for this in just a moment. You don't need that much hardener. A 2% mix, the more you use, the stiffer that it's going to get. That's what she said. You're going to notice that it's not filling up the circle perfectly, and it's not. Because when we sand it, we want a little bit of that stuff over the circle. Otherwise, you're going to have a fine little circle shown when you paint. So this is good for now. Next, we're going to go ahead and sand this down. And first we're just going to kind of take off the top with the Dremel. Okay, now basically I took it down to Dremel. Now I probably could take it down a little bit more, but it's starting to wear down the battery. Again, don't put too much pressure in the sandpaper. Let the sandpaper do the work, not you. Very light amount of pressure, and you'll see the stuff come in. You really want to do this in a circular motion, mostly. You know, may have to do the edges a little bit, but circular motion. Definitely getting a lot smoother. This point, this is when you want to close your eyes and just feel around. You don't want to judge it by this because it may look bumpy, but it doesn't. You want to make sure that it's a nice, smooth area. Not smooth in terms of texture, but I mean smooth from here to here, that you don't feel where the Bondo begins. Okay, so we're done. Unfortunately, there were a couple of bubbles that I did not notice. It's okay, because again, if you're going to do a top layer of anything to make sure that it doesn't heat up and crack, it'll fill in. In this case, I'm just going to take super glue, and I'm just going to fill it in this hole there, and then I'm going to sand it back down again, but it should be good. So I'll do that in just a moment. You'll get to see the final product. So it's done. You'll notice there's two little black holes that got filled up with crazy glue. The green parts aren't good. I guess it didn't mix right. Basically, that's Bondo without the hardener in it. Really, what the hardener does is it creates a chemical reaction with the rest of the Bondo to create heat, which causes the Bondo to harden. Putting a hairdryer or a heat gun to it will cause the rest to harden, including the green part. So it is hard. It is nice and smooth. There's a tiny little bump from the super glue that I can't seem to get sanded down quite right, but it feels good. I mean, I'm not going to sit there and scrape it all off and start over again. I'll be able to just sand it with a primer and even it out. So it'll work out. But there you go. Next up, we're going to talk about priming and painting. But we are done for tonight. Have a good night. Thank you so much, and God bless.